The alien warrior, known as Kron, stood alone amidst the wreckage of what was once a proud battalion. Standing at nearly 7 feet tall, Kron's broad frame was encased in armor forged from the rare metals of their home world, shimmering with an iridescent blue sheen. Their species, the Zran, had once been renowned for their fierce warrior tradition and their unyielding honor in combat. Adorned with intricate patterns that told stories of past victories, Kron's armor now felt like a tomb, carrying the weight of a lost legacy. The Zran were a species driven by an unwavering code of honor, having waged countless wars to protect their territory and ideals. Their society revered warriors, and Kron had risen through the ranks with distinguished valor. However, this honor was betrayed during a pivotal battle. Kron's own people had retreated, leaving them stranded on a desolate planet as the enemy forces overwhelmed their position. A subtle but unmistakable sign of political maneuvering, it became evident that Kron's bravery had become a threat to those who sought power through deceit rather than valor. Stranded and injured, Kron's isolation was compounded by the harsh environment. The planet's surface was barren, strewn with jagged rocks and toxic winds. The cold, unfeeling terrain mirrored Kron's desolation. The betrayal had not only stripped them of their honor but had also physically weakened them. Their once formidable strength was now sapped by the harsh conditions and their wounds. In their darkest moment, as Kron struggled to find shelter and food, a small group of humans stumbled upon the alien warrior. The humans, an expedition team from a distant planet, had been exploring the region, searching for resources. At first, they were cautious, their advanced weapons and technology trained on the unfamiliar figure. Kron, barely conscious, could only muster a defiant stance, despite the exhaustion and pain. The initial mistrust between Kron and the humans was palpable. The humans, having heard tales of fierce alien warriors, were wary of Kron's presence. Yet, as they approached, their leader, a compassionate woman named Sarah, saw the plight in Kron's eyes. Recognizing the alien's suffering, Sarah decided to offer assistance rather than hostility. Kron's reaction to the humans' compassion was a mix of bewilderment and wariness. For a long time, Kron had been betrayed by those they once considered allies, and the sudden kindness from these strangers was both unexpected and confusing. The humans provided Kron with food, shelter, and medical aid, working tirelessly to tend to their injuries. Through their actions, they showed a deep sense of empathy and respect, contrasting sharply with the betrayal Kron had endured. As days passed, Kron began to recover, though their wounds were slow to heal. Conversations between Sarah and Kron revealed the stark differences between their cultures. The humans spoke of values such as cooperation and shared struggles, while Kron recounted tales of honor and the harsh realities of their war-torn world. Despite these differences, they found common ground in their shared values of honor, loyalty, and courage. The warrior admired the humans' bravery in their own way, while the humans were inspired by Kron's resilience. Amidst their conversations, subtle hints of a deeper conspiracy began to surface. Kron experienced unsettling dreams and visions that hinted at a shadowy force behind their abandonment. Cryptic messages, almost like echoes of a hidden past, suggested that the betrayal was not merely an act of cowardice but part of a larger, more sinister scheme. These hints were vague, but they planted the seeds of suspicion and intrigue. The bond between Kron and the humans grew stronger, built on mutual respect and shared experiences. Yet, as they worked together, the undercurrent of the hidden threat loomed larger, setting the stage for the unfolding conflict. The warrior, now finding unexpected allies in the humans, began to sense that their fight was far from over, and the true enemy was yet to reveal itself fully. The humans, having witnessed Kron's struggle and strength, chose to stand by the warrior despite the risks. They were deeply moved by Kron's resilience and sense of honor, qualities that resonated with their own values. Sarah, the leader of the expedition team, rallied her crew to support Kron. They began to see the alien warrior not as a mere survivor but as a symbol of courage and defiance against overwhelming odds. The group faced numerous challenges that tested their newfound alliance. The planet was fraught with dangers, treacherous terrain, severe weather conditions, and aggressive wildlife. Each obstacle presented a unique threat, from deadly storms to hostile alien species. Despite the harsh environment, Kron's combat skills and the humans' ingenuity proved to be a formidable combination. They navigated through the planet's dangers, each success reinforcing their bond and mutual respect. As they ventured deeper into the planet, Kron's knowledge of their enemies' tactics proved invaluable. They used this knowledge in conjunction with the humans' advanced technology to uncover evidence of a larger, more sinister plot. Hidden within the ruins of ancient structures and buried beneath layers of deceit, they discovered clues pointing to a powerful, shadowy force manipulating events from behind the scenes. This enemy was either an ancient rival species or a corrupt faction within Kron's own ranks, orchestrating the abandonment to maintain their control. The revelation of this conspiracy sparked a moral dilemma within the group. The humans, driven by a sense of justice and a commitment to protect the innocent, were determined to confront this hidden threat. They argued that exposing and defeating this enemy was not just a matter of personal survival but of upholding broader principles of honor and justice. Kron, however, was torn. They felt a deep sense of betrayal from their own people and feared that confronting the true enemy might bring even greater peril. Tensions rose as the debate continued. The humans' resolve to take action clashed with Kron's hesitancy. The warrior was haunted by the fear of further betrayal and the possibility of failing once again. Yet, as the discussions became more heated, an attack by the true enemy's agents occurred. The ambush was sudden and brutal, underscoring the immediate threat posed by this shadowy force. The humans and Kron fought side by side, their combined efforts repelling the attackers but revealing the true scale of the danger they faced. In the heat of battle, Kron's resolve hardened. The immediate threat made it clear that avoiding the fight was no longer an option. The warrior recognized that the conspiracy was not just a backdrop but a pressing, active threat that needed to be addressed. With the humans' support, Kron decided to confront the enemy. This decision marked a pivotal moment in their alliance, solidifying their commitment to fight together against the hidden foe. United by a common cause and driven by the need to overcome a greater evil, the group prepared for the conflict ahead. The bond between Kron and the humans had been forged in adversity, and their shared determination to defeat the true enemy set the stage for the next phase of their struggle. The group set out to uncover more about the shadowy force manipulating events from behind the scenes. Their mission led them to various locations across the desolate planet, each visit revealing fragments of the conspiracy. They explored old battlegrounds littered with the remnants of past conflicts, discovering hidden messages and clues embedded in the ruins. Ancient archives, long forgotten by most, provided glimpses into the true nature of their adversary. Along the way, they encountered a mix of allies and enemies. Some offered valuable information, while others attempted to thwart their progress, revealing the extent of the enemy's reach and influence. The deeper they delved, the clearer it became that the true enemy was a powerful and ancient force, the remnants of a galactic empire that had been manipulating Kron's species for generations. This malevolent power, known as the Dark Nexus, had orchestrated conflicts and betrayals to keep the galaxy's potential threats divided and weakened. Their goal was to maintain control over the galaxy by ensuring that no species, especially those with the potential to challenge their dominion, could unite or become strong enough to resist. The revelation hit Kron hard. The realization that their own people had been pawns in this grand scheme shattered their perception of their species' history and their own place within it. The warriors struggled with feelings of betrayal and anger, grappling with the fact that their bravery and honor had been exploited by a force far beyond their understanding. The humans, particularly Sarah, offered unwavering support, helping Kron process the devastating truth. They provided emotional solace and practical advice, encouraging the warrior to focus on the fight ahead rather than dwelling on past deceptions. With the true nature of their enemy laid bare, the group began planning their counterattack. They devised a complex and daring mission aimed at striking at the heart of the Dark Nexus's operations. This plan involved infiltrating a heavily fortified installation where the enemy's leaders were believed to be coordinating their schemes. The mission would be perilous, requiring a blend of stealth, combat skills, and strategic acumen. Each member of the team had a critical role, and their combined skills were crucial to its success. As they prepared for the main assault, the group engaged in a series of smaller skirmishes against the enemy's forces. These initial battles were strategically planned to weaken the Dark Nexus's defenses and disrupt their operations. The skirmishes tested their resolve and allowed them to refine their tactics. Cronus' leadership and combat prowess emerged as pivotal elements in these engagements. The warrior's experience and strategic insights inspired the humans and rallied other potential allies who had been previously hesitant. These victories, though minor compared to the looming confrontation, bolstered the group's confidence and unity. The battles served as a proving ground for their preparation, demonstrating their capability to challenge the Dark Nexus's power. As they advanced, their resolve to confront the enemy and dismantle their plans grew stronger. The warrior, with the support of the humans, began to embrace their role as a leader in this larger conflict, driven by the desire to liberate their species and end the cycle of manipulation and betrayal. As the final battle approached, the group prepared for the ultimate confrontation. They gathered their forces and resources, readying themselves for the clash against the Dark Nexus. Tension and uncertainty hung heavily in the air, with doubts about their chances of success surfacing among the ranks. To counter this, Kron and Sarah delivered stirring speeches, emphasizing their shared commitment and the importance of their mission. Their words galvanized the troops, transforming fear into resolve and uniting the diverse group in a common cause. The plan to infiltrate the enemy's stronghold began with a carefully coordinated approach. Using a mix of stealth, deception, and brute force, the team navigated through the fortress's defenses. The infiltration was fraught with danger, requiring precise timing and execution. Kron's intimate knowledge of the enemy's tactics and weaknesses proved invaluable. The warrior led the way, guiding the team through hidden passages and avoiding traps set by the Dark Nexus. The main battle erupted with fierce intensity. The clash was chaotic, with both sides engaged in brutal combat. The Dark Nexus's forces, formidable and relentless, pushed hard against the invaders. The group fought valiantly, their combined strength and strategic coordination making them a significant threat. Despite their efforts, the battle was costly, with heavy losses on both sides. The warrior and the humans demonstrated remarkable teamwork and resilience, each member playing a critical role in the fight. As the battle raged on, a moment of despair set in. The tide of combat turned against the group. The Dark Nexus's forces began to overwhelm them, and it appeared that their efforts might be in vain. Kron, who had been leading the charge, was severely wounded, and the humans faced mounting pressure. The situation seemed dire, with the possibility of defeat looming large. In the midst of this crisis, a turning point emerged. The warrior, despite severe injuries, found a renewed strength driven by the unwavering support of the humans. Witnessing their determination and sacrifice, Kron overcame the pain and despair. This resurgence of resolve sparked a strategic breakthrough. The warrior's leadership and the humans' tactical ingenuity combined to exploit a critical weakness in the Dark Nexus's defenses. With renewed vigor, the group turned the battle in their favor. Their coordinated efforts and unyielding spirit began to break the enemy's hold. The Dark Nexus's forces, caught off guard by the sudden shift, started to falter. The battle's momentum shifted, and the group pressed their advantage, pushing the enemy back and reclaiming lost ground. The intense combat and the warriors' comeback marked the climax of their struggle. As the enemy's forces retreated and their stronghold was compromised, the group celebrated their hard-won victory. The battle had been fierce and costly, but their unity and resolve had prevailed against the dark forces that had sought to control and manipulate them. With the fall of the Dark Nexus, the final battle reached its conclusion. The true enemy was defeated through a combined effort that highlighted the strength of the alliance between the warrior and the humans. The enemy's stronghold, once a symbol of their dominance, was obliterated, and their control over the galaxy was shattered. The victory was hard-won, a testament to the courage and determination of all who had fought against the shadowy force. In the aftermath, the group surveyed the battlefield, taking in the scale of their triumph and the heavy cost it had incurred. The wreckage and fallen soldiers bore witness to the intensity of the conflict. Despite the victory, the toll on both sides was significant. The warrior, alongside their human allies, reflected on the sacrifices made and the lives lost. The bravery and leadership of Kron were recognized and honored by both the humans and their newly allied factions. The warriors' contribution to the victory was celebrated as a pivotal moment in the struggle against the Dark Nexus. Faced with the aftermath, Kron confronted a critical decision. The warrior had the option to return to their people and assist in the rebuilding process, offering their newfound wisdom and leadership to help restore their species. Alternatively, Kron could choose to continue their journey with the humans, embracing a new path forged through their shared experiences. This decision was a poignant reflection of the warriors' growth throughout the story, embodying their evolving sense of purpose and identity. The resolution of the conflict paved the way for a new alliance between Kron's species and humanity. This newfound cooperation marked the beginning of a promising era of unity and mutual support. Celebrations erupted as both species came together, honoring the warrior and their human allies. The alliance was seen as a beacon of hope, representing a future where former adversaries could work together for a common good. As the story drew to a close, there was a final reflection on the central themes of resilience, unity, and the power of standing together against adversity. The warrior and the humans, having forged an indelible bond through their shared struggle, parted ways. Although their paths diverged, the connection between them remained strong, symbolizing a hopeful outlook for the future. Their journey had not only defeated a formidable enemy but had also demonstrated the strength that comes from unity and shared purpose. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I promise you, nothing will happen to your finger.